5 motif bracelet from Van Cleef & Arpels, as you can see, and the whole experience with them has just been amazing, and I think it's not always talked about. I've heard like different things where people have had like bad experiences with Van Cleef, and I can honestly say that Van Cleef is my favorite luxury house to work with. I have a great sales associate who I also think might be the sales manager, and he is just unbelievable and so always giving me so many gifts and just reaches out at different points. Anyways, so just want this to be a bit of a different unboxing compared to some of the others that you might have seen about Van Cleef, which haven't raved about their personal touch and their generosity. So this is only my third piece to buy from Van Cleef & Arpels, and I've clicked with my sales associate for sure. He's just lovely. And anyway, so I want to spend a little bit of time. So I went in to finally go get this bracelet shortened whenever, right before the price increase, when I also went to go check out the guilloche and order that, since I had been eyeing that for some while. So I finally got this one shortened. I got 4 links taken out of it, and I picked up my new purchase, which I just picked up again. So that was 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago. And when I went to go pick up this one, knowing that this one was not ready yet, they gave me my gift for this purchase. So I just want to show it to you, and obviously I've unpackaged it and everything, but he gave me another polishing cloth, which I told him, I was like, you've already actually given me a polishing cloth. And he was like, no. And he kind of forced this on me. And it almost takes that, because I'm someone who's a little bit uncomfortable with gifts, just because of how I grew up, I guess. But I just thought that that was so sweet of him, because I'm so happy I have a second one now. He did put the extra links for this one in here as well. But I now have 2 of these. And then, even though he's given me already 2 books, I think, he went ahead and gifted me this beautiful, he obviously knows I'm into jewelry. I used to be a jewelry manager a long time ago in my last career. But he gifted me this beautiful Van Cleef & Arpels coffee table book. I mean, and it's full of these just beautiful pictures of just diamonds and gems, and I'm an emerald person. I love emeralds. I just don't feel like the upkeep that comes with emeralds. So, and one of my emerald rings was stolen. But anyways, just loved emeralds and rubies, and that ruby ring was stolen as well. Let me know if you want to hear about that experience. But anyways, it's just it's just a really cool book, and I've actually already spent probably about 30 minutes looking at a couple of the stories in there. So I just wanted to start off with that perspective, that Van Cleef is extremely generous, and in my opinion, I've probably, in my 3 purchases there versus my 2 purchases at Cartier, have just been overwhelmed by the generosity. And don't get me wrong, my Cartier experiences were amazing as well. Okay, so now for the unboxing. So here is my receipt, and it also has my sales associate's card in there. But this is just the normal receipt paperwork that you get. I also have the certificate of authenticity right here. So that is that, and it comes right here. And there's a little book of these services, which honestly I've never read, but there's my certificate all wrapped up. And then he of course gave me the travel pouch. It's beautiful, that sagey green, and it's actually how I store this particular bracelet. And so I wear my cornelian every night. Actually, I've started wearing this blue agate. I've started wearing this blue agate every night as well. So I'm not putting it up in here, but that's where I plan to store this particular one. And then I actually wore this out of the store because it matches everything. But here's this little baby. And of course, you've got your hard box there, and then your beautiful suede or velvet. It feels like a suede, but it might be a microfiber. And there it is. It is the beautiful 5 motif guilloche. My extra links are under there as well. Now, once you shorten it, it actually can't make its way to these little rubber bands, but that's why you have the travel pouch, which does certainly fit with just 4 links taken out. But there is the beautiful guilloche. I'm going to switch the camera around and do a little bit more close-ups on it.
So I want to do some close-ups and go over some of the details with you. If you like this, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. So this particular piece does have the typical Alhambra link chain. The way it has such a shine is because the edges on each link are somewhat beveled in order to create a bit of a faceted look to it. And that's one of the reasons I think that pictures don't do these pieces justice, is because of how shiny and beautiful the link itself is. So the vintage Alhambra chain, from all the pieces I've seen, are very consistent around link size. And they are much larger links than the suite version, which is VCA's smaller Alhambra version. By the way, let me know if you'd like a suite versus vintage comparison. So my chain has had 4 links removed, and it is about 17 centimeters or just shy of 6 3/4 inches long, and it's 19 grams of gold. All of the gold used in this composition is 18 karat yellow gold, and it's marked as AU 750, which stands for 750 out of 1,000 parts of gold. So 24 karat gold is pure gold, 18 karat gold is 75% gold. The remaining part of the alloy or of the other metals that are used to make the overall 18 karat gold alloy could be a variety of different other metals, and they will actually help give it additional strength and keep a traditional gold color. So I'm not exactly sure what other metals VCA uses. It could be copper, it could be zinc, silver, palladium, nickel, any number of other anti-corrosion and anti-oxidating metals. So this piece obviously has the 5 motifs, as do all of the vintage style Alhambra pieces. So the 5 motifs on this bracelet are with the guilloche pattern, which is like a sunburst style pattern. I believe this is machined just due to the consistency of this. I think it would have to be machined. Because those motifs are made with 18 karat gold, it's actually a pretty delicate piece. Gold is very soft on its own, and although 18 karat gold is harder and stronger than pure or 24 karat gold, it is still less than 3 on the Mohs hardness scale, so it's still a pretty soft metal. That means it can be easily scratched or lightly damaged relatively easily. The most likely way that this piece would become damaged is the sharp edges that you see on that sunburst or guilloche pattern would be rubbed down, and the integrity of the pattern itself would be compromised. You have to be very careful so that other things don't scratch it. It's for this reason I had mine shortened, which was to mitigate the risk of it hitting and banging against additional objects and keeping it pretty close to my skin. I do stack it with my VCA blue agate bracelet, but never with my Cartier Love, as the Love will almost always go over the top of it and the two are going to scratch each other. Since they're both 18 karat gold, and I'm not exactly sure what alloy Cartier uses, there's a potential that one could get more scratch than the other, but regardless, that's not a very good outcome. So my SA mentioned to me to never wear those two together on the same wrist, and he also mentioned to not wear it in all activities, as it would potentially soften those edges like we talked about, and that would cause a little bit of a dulling of the bracelet, and it would not shine as much. Lastly, he did make sure to mention that although some light polishing could be done, deeper scratches cannot be removed without replacing the whole motif. So if you get this one, you're going to have to take extra care of it. So there is a lovely YouTuber that did a care tutorial and showed how hers did get scratches and how to avoid that. I will link her video below, as I thought it was pretty helpful to understand how to care for it. Each one of these motifs, after it's being hand cut, it's framed in the signature Alhambra, like the perlé pattern, the little beads of gold around it, and then they assemble that to the links by hand. On the last motif in the surrounding gold, I'm going to put a pic of this. One side is marked with VCA AU750, and the other side of that same motif is actually marked with the piece's unique and inscribed serial number. So it's an engraved serial number. I'm not going to show you mine for security reasons, but it'll be just like the gold hallmark that you see in the picture. If you found this video helpful and informative, and if you like these types of videos, please like this one and subscribe to my channel. I hope you have a blessed day and night, and see you next time. Bye.